take your creatine, and then you work out. So, the old captain, very proud of himself and looking good enough, I take a picture, I put it on the Facebook and say, hey, look, 6 weeks in, all that. And I know my friends, I know my family, I know everyone. Everyone's going to pick on me. But deep down inside, like, dang, yeah, he did do good. He is getting pretty ripped. That's genuine progress. But they don't say that. What is that? Oh, what are you, a teenager putting selfies on the internet? It's like, hey, I'm like almost 42 here, and I'm looking better than most millennials, which isn't saying much. But still, I'm kind of proud. So, in comes unsolicited, undemanded, unasked for advice. And not only is it advice that's unsolicited, but somebody's unsolicited advice contradict what somebody else's unsolicited advice is. And then these two start, not two, but the groups of people start warring with each other about what does and does not work. There are a couple of things to point out. Now, I love these people to death, don't get me wrong. One, none of these people are in shape. You don't want these people putting pictures of themselves shirtless on Facebook saying, hey, look at my progress in 6 weeks, because there's been none. All right? Two, there's the evidence right there that what I'm doing is working and probably don't really need any help. I didn't have the results exactly that I wanted, so I contacted my buddy who, if he put his picture up shirtless, every girl would be like, is he single? No, he's not, so don't ask. So this is the guy I kind of asked him, like, hey, how do I tweak? Because you could get about 75% there, but then it's like, yeah, you got to tweak it. Here's what I'd recommend. This is what you do. You need more protein. You need less this, blah, blah, blah. But there's the proof right there that I kind of know what I'm doing. I am having success. I am having progress. I don't need anybody's help. And if I'm going to help, I'm not going to get it from people who I don't want to look like. Which brings in, they say. And every guy right now, oh, yes, they say. Because let's be honest. It wasn't, the majority of people offering free advice, unsolicited advice, were not of the male persuasion. They were females. Females who mostly weren't, one, they're not males. Two, they're not in the business of getting ripped and getting biceps and getting abs. And three, were not they themselves that physically attractive. Again, you would not want these people putting pictures of themselves up on the interwebs. Right? But you see, they get the source of all wisdom from this godlike entity, this all-knowing, omnipresent, omnipowerful, omni-knowledgeable entity called They Say. And so it basically goes like this. You could say, I'm having some great success, look at this, blah, blah, blah. And in comes, they want to help you, see, they want to help you because they know better, because they heard from They Say. Well, they say you should eat more arugula. They say that if you cut out carbs, your kidneys are going to explode. They say that if you don't eat more carrots, you're going to go blind. And all this, I can't curse. Oh, when I so need to curse, I can't curse. All this malarkey, all this poppycock, which is never confirmed or denied by the American Medical Association, the FDA, or any kind of genuine scientific study, which they immediately pull on Alex Jones. How do you say, well, you can't trust the American Medical Association. They only oversee, thousands of heart transplants and surgeries and have a ton of medical data, and they actually don't really have any kind of incentive like the pharmaceutical industry would have. You can't trust them. You can only trust They Say. Because They Say obviously has more authority than any entity in the United States or the world. So I've learned to give up, because the girlfriend, she's into this thing. Well, They Say, and it's not just, it's everybody, every female at least. Guys are a little bit more suspicious about They Say. Well, They Say, and look, ladies, where do you get this BS? Is it from the TV shows? Is it from The View or The Real? Don't know why that was showing on my, on the television screens at my gym today. The Real. I don't even know what that is. Did Michaela say it? All they do is repeat the same thing. They say. Well, who is they? Where are they headquartered? Who is, do I go to their website and there's a bio? And I click on it and I can see doctors and physicians and nutritionists and scientists with impeccable credentials. And linked to it are their empirical research and data and results of they say. I say, oh, that's who they are. Well, obviously, Dr. Fred Fredersen and Dr. Amy Amundsen, who are specialists in, I don't know, kinesiology, epidemiology, doctors in medicine, nutrition, something, chemistry. Oh, and here's the research they've done, and it's spelled out in clear language that what they say is true. That, yes, I need to eat more carrots, otherwise I will go blind. Or that if I don't get any carbs, my kidneys will explode. But I don't see that. That's never around. Girls go to online media or traditional media resources. They say, and then all the girls, bark, 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 bark. They say bark, 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 bark. They say bark, 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 bark. And this because they love you, they care, and then they find some new bit of wisdom. They find some new thing that they say. And then they can't wait to rush to tell you, oh, you know what they say? Or they, I don't know if they found it and they rush it, but they save it up. They seem to store it. And then they wait until you take an action in your life. Of your own life, mind you. This is your own life. You were born into it. You have your own agency. This is not North Korea. You have the right to live your life the way you do. And you're about to walk. And I'm not even joking. I could say, because this is, you guys are going to roll on the floor once you see, because you're going to say, yeah, it's like that. And you decide that to initiate your walk, you're going to go forward with your right foot first. And there's your girlfriend or your wife or somebody, they say that if you start walking with your left, it's better for your posture. And then it's just needle off the record. You look at them to see if they realize how stupid that just sounded. And to see if there's an ounce, a hope, a neuron still firing of independent thought and judgment, where it'd be like, do you just take it and run with it? And are you waiting for opportune moments to criticize me with what they say is? Like, it's not even, I don't know the incentive that the women have to do this either. It's not to nag. I think maybe it's to help. Or maybe that, is it that you want to be useful? Knock it the F off! Stop telling us what they say! You think in the 2 million years, humans have been walking around figuring stuff out, landing on the moon, curing cancer, curing disease, treating cancer, flying airplanes that go Mach 6. You think we haven't optimized a lot of things in society? You don't think that we've figured out a lot of things? And now this hokum voodoo crap coming off of The View or The Real or The Say? They say, this little nitpicky thing, we have no empirical evidence and it flies in the face of reason. Does it make you feel good? Knock it off! And it's typically in the realm of health. First, carbs are bad, then carbs are good. You can't eat eggs. Now you can. Butter's bad, butter's good. I always, and that becomes very frustrating to men, because then men, and women too, who want to be healthy, who want to work out, a perfect classical example is cholesterol. I look at this guy called John Haidt. You don't know who John Haidt is, but I've mentioned in the show that he does the sports or the news. He's kind of the news guy on a podcast I like listening to called Garage Logic. This guy had a triple bypass heart surgery, or some huge surgery on his heart. You know who I'm going to listen to? I'm going to listen to John Haidt about heart health and what's good for you and cholesterol. That's the guy I'm listening to, because he's the one that had his chest cracked open, had tubes and things switched around in his heart, and had to go on a diet. And I bet you he didn't care what they say. He started listening to what the cardiologists and the heart surgeons told him to do. Because I know, well, you can't trust the American Medical Association. And what do heart surgeons know anyway? When people who work on hearts tell me, hey, cholesterol is bad, I'm gonna adhere to that. That's why I have here my almonds. Here, I'll shake it for you. I got almonds. What else we got in the box of stuff? I got my oatmeal. That's right there. That also comes with steel-cut oats, made with whole grain oats, made with flaxseed. Flaxseed is good for that. This won't make much noise. I have my green tea. Grab that. Don't know if you could hear that. And then I got my shoes and my trimmers in here. What else we got? Hang on. There's like 7 things I gotta take. Oh, here, fish oil. That's fish oil. And then plant sterols and stanols. That one there. What else do I take? Oh, magnesium. Calcium, magnesium, zinc. I can't remember if I'm taking that because it's good for cholesterol or good for lifting weights. The point is this. When it's my health and the conventional wisdom coming from people who crack open hearts and reassemble them and rewire them, say cholesterol is bad, I'm going to believe those guys. And what just befuddles me, what flummoxes me, leaves me speechless, is when, I went to the doctor, they say I have very high cholesterol and I should probably do something about it. And I know a buddy of mine, not a buddy, but there's that John Haidt guy. I know a couple other people that have clogged arteries and they had to go, Bill Clinton. It's not like you have to be your friends or anything. They have heart problems. And where my jaw hits the ground is when these guys, friends of mine, whether they have heart problems or not, but I'm like, yeah, I got a buddy, Craig. Craig, I hope you're listening. Craig is, he's overweight by at least, I'd say, 40 pounds. He's probably pushing obesity. 3 years older than me, 4. He doesn't exercise for crap. And I'd like to see him around. And, he is like the ideal candidate for a heart attack before 50. And he just eats crap, just butter and meat, and that's fine. I understand having a little, but a vegetable every once in a while, exercise, have oatmeal, clear out your arteries a little bit. And he tells me, oh yeah, they say I have high cholesterol, but they say that, who knows what that. It's like, wait. This isn't toe fungus. This isn't runny noses. This isn't slimy boogers. This is the crap that clogs your heart. This is your cardiovascular system. This isn't, I'll dip my toes in bleach. This is, we cut your chest muscles open. We break through the bones in your chest. And then there's your pulsating heart. And we got to do it quickly. And we got to cut this one thing you got to clear it or unblock it or treat it. And all you have to do is change your diet. But you know what? You're going to rely on, they say you can't trust those studies. It's like, fudge. I'm going to be lonely. I know I'm going to be lonely. My friends are all going to die. They're not going to be around. The ones that I do, there's going to be a couple people that are still alive. Who's still going to be alive? Who's going to be alive? My San Diego buddies will still be alive. They'll be okay. But then I have to drive to San Diego to see them. No one in Minnesota will be alive. Maybe DT over at theblackbrigade.org. He's pretty healthy. He eats all right. He's pretty healthy. Oh, wait, that would require him to go out and have fun and enjoy life. So he's not around. He's metaphorically a friend. He's, in theory, he exists. But, yeah, it's going to be sad. No, I'm going to be... Thank God I got some nieces and nephews. I'll train them. They'll be my friends. They'll be friends of Cappy, won't you? As long as your uncle bribes you with cake and toys, and please be my friend. Oh, all right. Let's go on to... Now let's do the sponsors here. What we got for sponsors? Hang on, pull that up.